Namaste to one and all. Welcome to my channel. Today's topic is Ek Bharat Shrestha Bharat program. According to that, I have taken the art forms of Meghalaya, which is a pair state of Uttar Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh is having one more pair state, that is Arunachal Pradesh. At present, I have taken the art forms of Meghalaya. As usual, let us see the dance forms of Meghalaya. The dance forms of Meghalaya, that is Kashatsuk Mansim, Kapomblang Nongrem, and Kashatsyang Tangi. These are the three major dance forms. They are written in the circular. Yes. Let us see what is the Kashatsuk Mansim. This Mansim is this Kashatsuk Mansim is annual spring dance. Annual spring dance. It is Thanksgiving dance to the nature, Mother Nature, where all the people meet together once in a year at the end of the harvesting season. And most often this takes place in April. And they sow seeds as the beginning of the next season. And here men and women both will dance in this occasion. And men is having energetic dance they are performing, and women they are having the dance that is a subtle form they are having the dance form. And here we can see that they are giving thanks to the nature, that they are having blessing from the nature, blessing from the God, and they are giving the thanks for their prosperity and a good harvest. Yes. Now we can move to Kapomblang Nongrem, and it is a 5-day long religious dance, and that is performed at Smetha, that is performed by the Khasi tribes, cultural center of Khasi Hills. We know there are 3 hills nearby that area, Garo, Khasi and Jaintia hills. So they are Khasi Hills. And it is performed in autumn season, most often in October-November time. And this 5 days long religious dance in order to honor the goddess Ka Blessing Shah for blessing good harvest and prosperity. This is also a Thanksgiving dance. Here also we can see that they are honoring, and for the one important thing is that the unmarried girls will perform this dance with the ethnic dress form, the traditional dress forms they are using, and heavy gold ornaments also they are using, and they are giving thanks for the harvest and prosperity. And this Nogram, this is Nogram, that is means that killing of goat killing ceremony. Priests perform the Pemblang ceremony. Offerings are made to the ancestors. Offerings are made to the ancestors of the ruling clan, to the deity of Shillong Peak. Several other art forms also we have seen that they are giving the thanks to their praise. They are remembering their ancestors, not praise, they are remembering their ancestors, that how they for the blessings. So here also it is also related to the they wish that they should get the blessings from their ancestors. So this is a religious dance form. Now we can move to Kashatsyang Tangia, and here it starts with it is something special, you know, that it starts with the day of death and continues till the last rites of the deceased person. That is, it is a ceremonial dance. It starts with the day of death of a person and continues till the last rites of the deceased person are over, and signifies a blessings for the departed soul for its long journey from human to the spirit world. It starts at a place nearby the kitchen, outside kitchen door, and female shaman to do this one, and men also support this with a flute. ceremony, men, flute, drums, and bamboo poles are used here. So that is a special type of dance, and here we can see that this we can see some of the foreign countries also following. Korea, Latin America, Africa, also some of the people perform this type of dance after the death of a person. So these are the 3 dance forms written in our circular. Now let us move to the fairs and festivals of Meghalaya. Let us see the fairs and festivals of Meghalaya. 3 festivals have been given in the circular. One is autumn festival. First of all, we can see what is autumn festival. It is a modern festival. It is the start of autumn season, and to showcase, even though it is a modern festival, it has started 7 years back, and we can see it is a showcase their rich tradition of folk dance and folk music. It is the time, that is October, November, that time are having a cool temperate climate, so it enhances the beauty of the festival. And here we can see that it is having varieties of items. There are fashion shows, flower shows, musical performances, then kite flying, then the handicrafts people show their handicraft products there. So like that, a large variety of fair, like that, not only as a festival, as a fair also we can see here. Then Beidhinkam, that is another festival. It is a regional Indian holiday of Meghalaya, observed in Meghalaya, that is in July. It is an harvest festival. It is celebrated in the Jaintia Hills district, followed by Hindus and the followers of Daimatriya faith. This Daimatriya faith, we can understand they belongs to Nar tribals, PNAR, that is the pronounced as Nar tribals, who live in the western and eastern side of Jaintia Hills. I told you there Garo, Khasi and Jaintia Hills are there. So in the eastern and western sides of the Jaintia Hills, the people, those tribal people are known as the Nar tribals, and they believe that their religion is not founded by human being, it is founded by God. God has created the religion, and that is their belief, and they they celebrate this festival in a colorful festival, and after the sowing is done. So it is performed in July. Then we can see the Nongrang dance festival. This is we already seen in the dance festivals, which starts with the killing of the goat, and it is a Thanksgiving festival. That way we have learned about the dance festival. The same thing we can write here also, as it is connected to the Nongrang dance festival. Let us see what are the art forms of Meghalaya. Let us see the art form of Meghalaya. Art includes crafts also. It is weaving, cane mats, winnowing fans, umbrellas, stools, baskets, khasi bamboo, comb, bamboo fishing traps, coiled cane, containers. These are the major products of Meghalaya. And here winnowing fans, that means removing the chaff from the grains or the husk from the grains. That is as usual wheat and paddy. After harvest, we are removing the husk, we are removing that chaff from the grains. We call it as winnowing fans, and making umbrellas and stool. That is a chair without armrest and backrest. And baskets, khasi bamboo comb also. Another thing is that bamboo fishing traps. This is one shape of the bamboo fishing traps what I have seen. And coiled cane containers. With the canes they are making different types, square, round, that different types of containers they are making. And also you can see that you can close it with the lid that way. So that about the art of the craft of Meghalaya people. And next we can see what is the dress forms of Meghalaya. Let us see the dress forms of Meghalaya. First of all, we can see Jain Pain. There is a lungi, there is a single cloth like lungi, which is worn on the waist to the ankle. That is worn by women. Then Jain Bog, it is a red, generally it will be a red colored dhoti made of silk, and its border is threaded with golden threads are used as a border. It is used by male. Then another dress form you can see, raking with a dakmanda. That is, this raking is a small petticoat, and dakmanda is a piece of cloth wrapped around the waist, and it can be any color. Then this much only given in the circular. So I got some more about the Jain Spong, that is a headdress, generally in maroon color, and it is having the print of geometric designs or the animal motif. That way it is the Jain Spong. So geometric design comes, so you can relate with the mathematics. Then dhara, it is a pair of gold or yellow cloth, rectangular silk cloth. So next we can see dhara, a pair of gold or yellow rectangular silk cloth covers the upper body, fastened crosswise. I have seen that it is worn over that rectangular, that cloth with yellow or golden color, that is worn over the right side and pinned, fastened with the left side with a safety pin or some decorations. That is the way how that is the female dress. And another one, spotty mampo, that is a long sleeved blouse worn around the neck, and generally we can see it is in maroon in color. So there is Sopti Mampo, that is a long sleeved blouse worn around the neck. It is maroon in color. So these are the dress forms of Meghalaya women use, and this is the headdress used by the male. And next we can see what about the food of Meghalaya. Food of Meghalaya, jado. This means ja means rice and do means meat. That is a meaning given there. And it is a red rice. They use chilies, onion, ginger, turmeric, black pepper, bay leaves. They are frying it, and after all, piece of pork are added. And pork, or instead of that, the chicken can also be used there, added, and fried it, and later the red rice is added to that. And one video I have seen that another way it is cooked, that is frying the first of all this that is chilies, onion, ginger, turmeric, black pepper and bay leaves, and in adding the water there, and there the rice is first of all the rice is poured there, and the rice and that menu I have seen is the chicken, and the blood is used and after washing the rice they are making it that the blood of chicken is used as a paste like along with that rice. And after all, when this is fried, this masala is fried, this rice is poured into that water, later the cooked pieces of chicken is added. So this is a famous food of Meghalaya. It is named as jado. Ja means rice and do means meat. And so these are the major art forms of Meghalaya. And what are the possibilities you can add with the different subjects, different topics, and here you are understanding that how the different subjects are getting its value in the real life. Thank you for your cooperation.